I'm Justine Bright with Patronus Training, and today we're going to be talking about how to choose a pistol, maybe your first pistol, specifically for home protection or self-defense purposes for concealed carry. I'm also going to talk about how to choose a quality holster, and then we're going to touch a little bit on ammunition for defensive purposes. We started teaching our protective pistol classes, which is kind of an introduction, basics of pistols, a non-NRA class, specifically a curriculum that Tyson has come up with as his Patronus branded class. And from there we had a lot of requests for the NRA basic pistol course. We started offering the NRA basic pistol class for Ohio and West Virginia, which qualifies you for concealed carry. And I recently started doing my own ladies beginning pistol classes, and those are ladies only classes. Same type of thing as our protective pistol, just more geared just specifically towards ladies. When you're first picking a pistol, when you go to the gun shop, you're probably going to be a little overwhelmed by the selection and what's there. The most important thing when you're picking a pistol is picking it for your purpose. It could be home protection or concealed carry. Those would be the two main purposes that you would have. That's going to play a lot into the size of the pistol that you will ultimately purchase. The story I always tell is about my SIG P250, which was purchased for home protection. This is a 9mm, and it's a compact size, but it's fairly large for a lady to conceal on your body. So this was purchased specifically for home protection, and I did learn to conceal carry this pistol with cover garments, etc. So it can be done, but this is pretty large and heavy when it comes to concealing. And recently I did purchase the SIG 238, which is the 380, and it's a smaller size, which is going to be easier to conceal, and this is in 380 caliber. The main thing that you're looking for is when you're holding this pistol out, that your wrist and your hand, when your hand and your wrist are locked, you have a straight line here, and when you go to put your finger on the trigger, rather, you are able, without having too much finger all the way through or too little, that it goes perfectly on the trigger. Alright, now I'm going to talk about how to pick the perfect holster. And one thing I want to tell you is that there is most likely not going to be the perfect holster for your gun for every situation. So what I have here today is kind of a cross-section of the types of holsters you're going to encounter when you go to a gun shop or when you shop online. The first that I'm going to talk about is your in the waistband kind of hybrid leather and Kydex holsters. These are my personal favorite. You may like them, you may not. It's going to be this type of look. This particular one is the Ava holster from Flashbang Holsters. It has a nice purple suede backing, clips that this will go inside your waistband, and the clips will go out over top of your belt. You will then have the option of switching, lowering, or raising the clips on both sides, so it's fully adjustable for ride heights, how high it sits in your pants, or how low, and for the cant, so you can cant it towards the front or towards the back. So this is fully adjustable. I definitely recommend this type of holster. As I said, this is the type that I use the most. I carry the most with an Ava holster. Another type that you're going to find are your all Kydex holsters. This particular one is an outside the waistband holster. This was custom made for me. Roush's Retention Rigs from Bidwell, Ohio actually did this holster for me. Thank you, Matt. This is very rigid. This is a little harder to conceal for ladies. A lot of the guys really love these. Raven Concealment, there's a lot of companies that do these really well. So it's just a hard thermoplastic, it's called Kydex, that will go right on the outside. You'll have to thread your belt through the belt loops. So that's another type of holster. Another thing for guys or gals, belly bands. These are basically super stretchy. They have kind of a universal or ambidextrous holster pocket. I'm going to use my blue gun. One thing you do have to watch with these is your holstering, because the tops of this are kind of floppy, where it's made of the spandex. So when you're holstering, you need to watch out for your hands. But this would then wrap all the way around my body, and I'm not going to do that today, but it would wrap all the way around your body, and you can position this high or low. Some fellas like to have it down around their hips, where it basically sits in the position that you would normally carry on your belt. So this is a kind of a versatile holster, especially for ladies if you do not have belt loops on any dress, well, skirt actually, or pants that you might find. So that is definitely useful. Those come in 2 different sizes, or 3 depending on your manufacturers. This is a 4-inch wide, this is a 6-inch wide. The bigger ones on me feels more like a corset, so you might like that and you might not like that. Another thing is this type of holster. This is called a pistol wear holster. I don't necessarily recommend this for the smaller pistols, because it's basically just a pouch and it doesn't have a specific way for this pistol to lay in here. Now if I was concealing something larger, maybe not as large as this 1911 blue gun, I would be able to position it in the proper place. This is really great for if you're out walking. Anytime you're going to be sweating, this has a nice sweat shield pocket that all the moisture from sweat will not be getting to your firearm. So this is called a pistol wear, and it's adjustable around the back of the band, and it again would go on your waistband. Alright, now we're going to talk about choosing what type of ammunition to purchase for your self-defense. This is a 9mm round nose regular ball ammunition that you would use for practicing, typically target practice. This is also a 9mm round, and this is a hollow point. In a self-defense situation, your hollow points, they have been hollowed out on the end, and they're made to expand. So definitely for concealed carry, I definitely recommend your hollow point ammunition. Ladies should definitely come and take my course, because I have experience in teaching you. I know how ladies think, being a lady myself. That's why I was specifically brought on for Patronus, was to provide the female perspective in teaching firearms. Okay, a little philosophy to leave you with. Guns are tools. People are the weapons. And your attitude towards carrying versus an evil person's attitude towards using a firearm against you makes the difference in how that is used. For good or bad, it's the person that decides, not the gun. It is a tool. So learn your tool, learn how to operate it, build proficiency so that you know your firearm in and out, and carry with the right attitude to defend yourself and others.